Welcome to Melbear's Weird and Wonderful. Today I'll show you how I made this awesome Halloween magic potion tumbler. I do put out at least one new video every week, so please do subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. So today I'm going to be making a quick and easy magic potion tumbler for Halloween. It's going to be orange and black, and it's a really pretty one. So we're going to need a hollowed wall tumbler with a hole drilled in. I get these at Michael's. They're around $6 Canadian, which is pretty reasonable for a tumbler. The new ones tend to be a little bit better quality than the ones they used to have. I find that they don't leak as much. I have put a hole in this tumbler already. I have a really great video called No Hole Tumblers, or No Drill Hole Tumblers. And you use a hot tool to put a hole into the tumbler instead of using a drill. Or if you want to use a drill, I do have another video called Drilling Snow Globe Tumblers, which is also helpful. So if you need help with that, check out either one of those videos. We're also going to need some vegetable glycerin, or you can use glue, just depends. I'm going to use vegetable glycerin for this one today. We're going to need an empty squeeze bottle. We're going to need distilled water. You're going to need orange mica powder. This is the one I'm using today. It's called Orange Red, and it's quite a bright color. And we're going to need black food coloring. You want this to be a water-based food coloring. The one I'm using today is Icing Color from Wilton. This one is quite pigmented, and I find that it doesn't separate. Some of the black pigments it's a really difficult color to get a solid color and not to deviate from what the color is. All right, so first thing I've done is put some water into my squeeze bottle, and you kind of have to play it by ear about how much water your tumbler holds. I honestly don't measure when I'm doing this. I just kind of eyeball it, and I'm usually fairly close. We're going to need some of this coloring, so I'm just going to use a little stick here to get some of this coloring, and we're just going to put that directly in there, and then just keep doing that until you get the color you want. This stuff's pretty pigmented, so you usually don't need too much of it. But you also don't want it to be purple, so that's one problem I do have trying to make black with your icing colors, is you end up with purple quite often. Alright, so I think that looks pretty dark. Now we are going to add our mica powder. One of the reasons I use these little clear squeeze bottles is you can kind of tell what you're going to end up with before you put it into your tumbler. The tumbler does tend to wash out whatever you do a little bit, but at least you can get a fairly accurate idea of what you're going to end up with. So I'm going to put about 3 scoops of this. They're heaping scoops. It's probably a couple teaspoons. I'm probably going to need more than that, though. Most definitely. To counter the black, going to need quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to swish that around, see what we get. It's fairly nice. And now we're going to add some of our vegetable glycerin. I'm probably going to add, again, I don't measure anything. It's probably about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put the lid on, give that a shake. See if that's what I want. I think that'll be nice. It's kind of a burnt orange with the black, so when this tumbler settles, it'll be black, and then when you shake it, you'll get the orange glow. So now we're going to put this into our tumbler. These ones are pretty easy to make, and they're a fun project, very easy. Pretty much anybody can make one of these. All right, so now that I've got this filled, you want to seal this. So I do have a video called 3 Ways to Seal Snow Globe Tumblers, as well as another video called 6 Ways to Seal Snow Globe Tumblers. So between the two, you should be able to find something that works out for you. With this one, I'm just going to put a piece of, I should say a glue dot, and then I'm just going to use the UV resin on it. So it'll be a fairly easy one to seal up. These watered ones are a lot easier than the oil-filled ones to fill, or to seal, sorry. So I'll be back when this is sealed. And here is our finished tumbler. And these really are loads of fun. I just love them. You let them sit for a while, and then the color will settle, and then you just shake them, and then the color goes all through them. And the more glycerin or glue you put into them, the slower that they will settle. So if you just use straight water, this will settle in a few minutes, whereas this will probably take about half an hour to actually settle all the mica powder into the bottom of the tumbler after you shake it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little magic potion Halloween tumbler tutorial. I do put out at least one new video every week, so please do subscribe. It really does help me build the channel so I can bring you guys more videos, and thanks so much for watching.